All right, guys, Michael Jacobzak here, and coming up in today's video, we're recapping July's numbers for the Toronto real estate market. TREB released its numbers. I got good news, got bad news like always, but stay tuned. Coming up next. Bow! All right, guys, Michael Jacobzak here, and as I said, we are going through the numbers. TREB released July's numbers. Now, the good news is the stats from last year in terms of sales is up 18.6%. And then, TREB's labeling this as strong growth. But the other side of the coin is we're still comparing it to last year's numbers, which, like I said, it was after the correction, but still very, very low numbers. In my opinion, you can only go up from last year's numbers. They're very, very low. Now, if you look back before the correction, 2016, we hit average total sales were 9,989. If you compare it to this year's numbers, which is coming on just under 7,000, I think it's a more realistic number moving forward because of the main reason we have the inventory is very, very low, which we're going to jump into months of inventory in a little bit here, but the problem is, before the correction, you had average detached homes in Toronto at 1.25 million. 1.2 million. They've jumped up to 1.35 million. So that alone, when you're looking at and you're in the detached market, unless you're downsizing, chances are you're not going to be jumping into the market to sell to cash out at this point. Like I said, unless you're downsizing, it's very, very unlikely that sellers are going to put their stuff on the market. Now, even when we're looking at the condo market, before the correction, 2016, we were sitting around 420, average sale price was around 425,000. Now it's jumped up to 580,000. So it's jumped up dramatically in the Toronto market. And again, when sellers unless they're downsizing, even then, when they're saying, well, my house is I still have to pay half the cost of my detached home, it becomes one of those dilemmas. What do you do? And like I said, in terms of inventory and solutions to people that don't want a condo, townhome, not too much stuff on the market, semi-detached, very, very slim pickings as well. There's not too much to choose from for sellers. So it becomes very difficult and causing inventory levels to remain quite low. All right, guys, in terms of active listings is up 5.2% from last year, sitting at 19,975. Now, obviously, I'd like to see this number a little bit more higher because months of inventory sitting at 2.8%, which is trending up, but still very low. So it's causing buyers very competitive in the condo market, townhouse, semi-detached, and then obviously detached in Toronto's market. Like I said, it's still competitive, but the further you go from the core, a lot more options for buyers. But the good properties that they're priced well are selling very, very fast. So keep that in mind. But we'll go into months of inventory into the micro markets of actual type of property in a minute here, but wanted to talk about average price is sitting at 782,000, which is up just slightly under 5% from last year, which is a good indication, but it's bringing us back to March numbers from this year. So the little jump we've seen over 8 in the last couple of months obviously is pulled back a little bit, but it's the summer months and typically slowed down. I was expecting a little bit more sales in July here just because I feel like the market was kind of delayed this year just with all the stuff that was going on. But to me, still, like I said, overall, a good number to be working with moving forward. Now, in terms of months of inventory, when we jump into types of properties here, this is a number you want to keep in mind because when you're selling, depending on, these averages are great to look at, but definitely want to look at specifics in terms of detached market. You're sitting at 3.8 months of inventory. And when we talk about months of inventory. It's the amount of months it takes if no new listings came up, that with current sales, how long inventory would take to diminish. So they typically say anything under 4 months is the seller's market, 4, 5, and 6 is a balanced market, and anything over that is kind of more geared towards buyers. So meaning it's a buying market, you have the hedge in the market. So it's something to keep in mind. Like I said, when we're looking at the type of properties here, detached, as we said, has the bulk of the inventory in terms of months, 3.8. Everything below that, which is semi-detached, like I said, options for semi-detached, very competitive, and it's because the price range that they land in, 1.9 in terms of months. Condo townhouses, 2.2, and condo apartments, 2 months of inventory. And just continue breaking down with days on market. Detached, 28 days to sell. You got semi-detached is the lowest at 20 days, and townhouse at 25, and apartment or condo apartments are 23. So like I said, another number to gauge when you're going to sell. Even when you're buying, like I said, to me, you want to jump into everything right away to obviously have, if there's a bidding war on the cheaper properties, that you jump in and get time to review the property and submit your offer in time. On the more upscale market, you're definitely going to have a couple of weeks maybe to shop around and see what's out there. But like I said, if stuff's priced accordingly in really strong neighborhoods, it's going to go fast. So something to keep in mind. But overall, guys, I think it's summer. Like I said, the months do slow down here. September comes on, stuff starts picking up before it slows again in the winter months. Not all bad news. Some good news in there, a little bit, here and there. But excited to see what's going to happen next couple of months. Hopefully, sales continue to increase, and we'll see how the market is next month. All right, guys? I'll catch you on the next one. Like, comment, share, and enjoy the rest of the summer, guys. It's almost over.